Hello, everyone, and welcome to DIY FM Crap 6. We are headed into the home stretch and away. This actually should be mostly easy until we get to the think and feel piece. So we spent a lot of time in number 5 on the eat piece. So today we're going to move through eat, drink, move, sleep, think and feel. So the drink piece is pretty easy. Most of us know that we should be drinking half of our body weight in ounces of water, and that water should just be filtered, good filtered water. At best, we're not into any kind of, if you can afford a Kangen water filter, then let me know, and I've got a resource for you. If you want some kind of special super duper whole house water filter, that's awesome too. There's a whole lot of ways you can go on the whole water filtration thing. Just keep it as clean as you can afford to keep your water, and go on from there. The big piece with water and hydration is I see a lot of dehydration in the practice. And so I want you to understand that dehydration comes from two sources. One, either you are not holding water inside your cells because you don't have enough minerals in there. So magnesium, calcium, potassium, all of the minerals that go into creating your electrolyte balance in your body also help to create that same balance inside your cells. So you want to make sure that your electrolyte balance is good. I think I've said before that I don't really like patients to take just one single mineral at a time, like a zinc or a potassium or magnesium, because they all work in concert and we don't want those to get out of balance. So let's really look towards maintaining those using a multi-mineral. I like a reacted multi-mineral that where the minerals are connected to an amino acid. That amino acids are pieces of protein, so they can be taken into your body very easily, very bioavailable. So drink, what else constitutes water? Decaffeinated tea. You'll be happy to know about that. And the fizzy water or bubbly water, like we call it around our house, fizzy water. So any of the club soda type waters, LaCroix water, Perrier bubbly water, those also constitute water. So that sometimes makes it easier to get off of the pop train if you have something fizzy to go to. You can add in lime and lemon and grapefruit and some of those kind of things. There's a product called True Lime or True Lemon. You can find that on the internet, and they're little packets of dehydrated lemon, literally, or dehydrated lime, or dehydrated grapefruit. And they are awesome. There's no sugar, there's nothing in them, so that would probably be a really good additive. And they're just in little tiny packets. They're really good. So that's pretty much it, I think, for drink. Eat, drink, move. Move is a hard one, right? Some of us love exercise, some of us hate exercise. So I'm going to start with those of you who don't love exercise. Move your body. So you know all about the easy stuff to do, right? Parking your car further away, using the stairs as much as possible, walking. If you haven't walked at all, or you've been really just to a place where you just try to find the closest spot because you've been so exhausted, just move out a few. Just walk the driveway a couple times, or walk over to the next building in an apartment complex or something. You can just start small, right? And just do it for 20 minutes, 5 days a week. That's where we want to start. That's our minimum amount of movement that our body really needs. When we move, it's not just to build muscle or burn calories. It's to move fluid. It helps your body, it helps your heart move fluid around your entire body. That way, if you have like swelling in your ankles or your fingers get swollen at the end of the day, when you get out and start moving around, a lot of the small blood vessels called capillaries can open up, and they can move fluid and toxins out of your far-reaching tissues and into your liver and back into your circulation, and get that stuff flushed out of your system. So every time we move, it's part of our detoxification system. So move your body. If you are in this recovery phase and you just haven't felt like moving, that's a good place to start. If you're already exercising and you don't know what you like, or you don't know what you want to do, then let's discover some things that you like. You know, there's tons of opportunities. I love all of the Beachbody DVDs, and I'm not a Beachbody person, so like a coach or anything. Hey, 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 doggies. Um, so just know that you can find those kind of products everywhere. Beachbody is great because they have realistic places to start. They have lots of different levels in each video, so you don't have to worry about, you know, if you start with P90X, which is kind of the hardcore or insanity, just know that those are the hardcore insane ones. So those might not be the best place to start. But there are modifications even in those harder videos, which is part of the reason that I use them way back when I was trying to get back in shape again, because I knew I could work up through those, and those were the kind of exercises and the kind of classes and the kind of intensity that I eventually wanted to get to, but I couldn't get there. They have PiYo, there's so many good DVDs that's a great place to go. YouTube has a bunch of free stuff on demand. If you have cable in your house, has free stuff. There is free everywhere. So you don't have to spend a lot of money to get good instruction on weightlifting and just moving your body, taking like Zumba classes or dance, or find something that you like to do. It doesn't, oh, good, awesome. There must be, you know, a leaf fell outside. So now the dogs are barking. So anyway, so that's a really good place to start with movement. I love classes. I love Zumba. You all know that I'm a runner, so I do a little bit of running. Actually, hey. Most runners wouldn't say I'm a runner because I'm pretty slow. I'm happy if I hit that 12-minute mile. Yay, I'm right in there. That's where I like to be, 11, 12 minutes. So I'm not fast, but I get out there, I do 4 miles and get her done, right? So just find a way to move your body every day. 5 days a week, 20 minutes is the minimum that you need to move. If you're not moving that much minimally, you are creating more inflammation in your body. Because like I said, this is part of your circulatory system. You have to have that to clean stuff out of those cells that are down at the tips of your fingers and your toes and in the far reaches of your lungs and your liver. Like, you need to get your body moving. So movement is a really big thing. Tai Chi, yoga, anything, move it. So eat, drink, move, sleep. Another thing that you must be doing. 10 o'clock bedtime is basically not negotiable, because we all have early days and we all try to do way too much. So getting an absolute minimum of 6 to 8 hours of sleep is crucial to healing. That's what we do when we're asleep. All the little fairies come and put us all back together when we sleep. And so if we're not sleeping a good amount of time, we're not really able to recover. Female hormone production requires straight 6 hours of sleep. That doesn't mean you can't get up, go to the bathroom, go back to sleep. But you need that straight 6 in order to really get hormone balanced. So if you're not sleeping and you can't seem to figure out the hormone thing, that's a big chunk of it. If you're not sleeping because of your hormones, that's a different conversation, right? We probably had a little piece of that conversation under the eat piece. So eat, drink, move, sleep, think, and feel. Make sure your room is dark. Even an eye patch can be helpful. If you're not meditating, you need to figure out how to meditate. And I don't mean Om. I just mean let's listen to some babbling brooks or waves crashing on the shore in our earphones and just sit and breathe for a few minutes. It doesn't mean that you have to be perfect or only think of an Om or only think of one thing or only pray and other thoughts aren't racing around. It just means start learning how to breathe properly. Start learning how to do belly breathing, where your belly goes out when you take a deep breath in, and your belly goes in when you press breath out. So there's lots of different videos about good breathing techniques too. So it's that out piece wants to be about twice as long as your in piece. So right, in for 3, out for 6, in for 4, out for 8. And really just, if you can sit and breathe 5 minutes 3 times a day, you will decrease your cortisol levels and decrease your stress levels. Another tip about breathing and sleeping is, as you're trying to fall asleep, just think about your breathing. And more than likely you will find a good rhythm, and it will actually help you fall asleep because your mind is occupied with thinking about breathing. And so you just drift off and you're better oxygenated that way. All right, eat, drink, move, sleep, think, and feel. The thoughts that we have in our head are controllable. And that may be a new concept to you, and it's something that we're going to explore probably much bigger in our homework. But I want you to understand that what we think and what we feel affects our health directly. There was a study done recently that showed us that one negative interaction with another human being can take our immune system down for up to 24 hours. So think about the toxic people that you have in your life. We all have them. It's just a matter of how much we deal with them, how much we let them bother us, and how much we manage our emotions around them. And this is a huge topic, this think and feel thing, because I don't think people really understand how much the think and feel piece can directly affect your wellness. I've heard so many histories of patients who come out of abusive relationships, who come out of abusive homes as kids, and they're wired and geared to be already on the defense. Every time they wake up, every time something goes up wrong, they're already in this defensive mode. And that puts your immune system already in a compromised position. So just know that all of your mental emotional stress has a huge role in your ability to heal. And so things like what we were just talking about meditation, about cleaning house for some of those people if you can, about getting a good cognitive behavioral therapist, about finding some books to read. I love the Brene Brown series, Gifts of Imperfection, and Daring Greatly, and Rising Strong. Those are amazing books to really help start healing your life from the inside out. Boundaries is another great book by Henry Cloud. There's lots of great books out there, and I think I've put all those on the recommended reading list for our headspace stuff that we started with in the beginning, because this piece of it is really where the magic happens, and where the actual change in your life is going to happen, is understanding that inch by inch, baby step by baby step, we're going to get better. And we can look back on this year and say, wow, we spent this time healing, and this is better, and that's better, and this is better. This still needs some work, that needs some work, or this is just not better at all. But there's going to be pieces and parts that will be better. So just know that the think and feel piece is a big piece of this. And we're going to do, like I said, a little bit of deep diving into that. That we haven't done already, because I know you guys have done a lot of self-reflection already, and I think that that's good. This is how we get to our motivations, and how we get to really understand who we are as people, and how our thoughts and feelings, sometimes we kind of gloss over our thoughts and feelings. Sometimes we don't even pay attention to our intuition until we go, wow, I think I might have known that ahead of time. And so getting back in touch with what you're thinking and what your body's telling you, and when you feel something, figure out where you're feeling it in your body, and start becoming aware as part of your first bit of homework this week. Just start becoming aware of where you're feeling things and what you're feeling and how you're feeling in certain instances and with certain people and in certain situations, and realize that you can take control of whatever you're thinking up here and shift it into something that can be really more productive. That's why they call uh, you can react or you can respond, right? So a reaction is something that we do without thinking, it's just a reaction. And a response is like being response able, right? We're able to respond. And all it takes is back to that breathing technique that we talked about, is just in the moment of frustration or anger, or where we feel out of control and we're scared and we're about to lash out, if we can just take a deep breath and realize who and what's going on and what's happening in our life, we might be able to really affect a change in how we respond, which will in turn shift the way other people respond to us. And we can only fix ourselves. We can't fix this person and that person, and if that person would just act this way, and if that person would just act that way, we really can only work on who we are. And you don't ever have to let any other person make you feel any way, any particular way. Something somebody says may hurt your feelings, but they didn't make you feel that way. And so understanding that we have to manage our own emotions in life and taking on our own stuff and leaving their stuff to them to manage is going to be a really big help. It was a huge lesson for me in my life. As I got divorced, I had to learn how to put some boundaries out for my children so that I could actually be the mom and step up and be the mom. And what I had to figure out was, how do I let my daughter have a meltdown and not get sucked into her drama? Because getting sucked into her drama created a huge uproar, and those uproars never ended well for either of us, and it never really solved any problems of whatever started it. So what we've had to really learn how to do is manage our own emotions. And so when things start to get a little tense in our house or between us, like, okay, I am feeling, not you're making me feel, it's I am feeling very frustrated right now, and I feel like I need a timeout. And so I would call mommy timeout, and I would walk away from the situation. And it's not always that easy, but it's something that her and I have practiced enough over the last 5 years. Yeah, years. Now she's 14. And we still get into it a little bit, but it's so much better because, like, she can understand when she needs to manage hers, and I can understand when I need to manage mine. And we can also understand when it's not a good time to talk. If we're both tired or if we're hungry, those are not times to have a conversation. 11:30 at night might be a better time to just call a truce, sleep on it, wake up in the morning with a fresh perspective, and then settle things. So anyway, I just want you to understand that there's a lot of techniques and a lot of ways out there that you'll be able to learn how to manage yourself and manage your emotions, breathing through things and learning some new techniques and skills and strategies for this think and feel piece to have less of an impact on your overall health. So I'm going to say, have fun with this one. Not super action-packed like some of the other ones have been. And hopefully you still understand that the eat, drink, move, sleep, think, and feel is our foundation. This is the place where our health must begin in order for things to get better. And so as we move forward, we've just finished the clean it up piece of crap, the C piece of crap, and so we're going into restore function. But if this piece isn't under control to some extent, I can throw lots of supplements at you, but healing isn't really going to happen as efficiently as it could. So let's do our best, not looking for perfection. Remember, no perfectionism here. No procrastination, no perfectionism. We're looking for perseverance, right? So eat, drink, move, sleep, think, and feel. And we'll move into restore function next. And we're going to start with our GI health, of course, first. We'll do some liver detoxification and regeneration next, and then we'll talk about adrenal rebuild and hormone balancing last. We'll throw some immune system stuff in there for sure under the GI topic. So that's going to come next, and then we're going to talk about action and how we keep it moving and moving forward under the A piece. And then of course P is personalize and how we can personalize all this to you. So have fun with this video, and I will talk to you soon.